Wow!
Hey guys, Tofuru here, and welcome back to some more Zero Escape. And where we last left off, we finally got here to the magical playland known as the library, which I've been excited for since we got the keycard to it. So, Clover, calm down.
It's totally full of books!
Well, it is... Oh, we didn't know We didn't know it was the library. We stumbled upon it when we came in here. Sorry, trying to hold back a burp. But yeah, so... Now that we're here, now she's like, oh my god, there's so many books. Of course there is, but...
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
Well, we gotta start somewhere, guys.
Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key.
Yes, we do.
I say we split up and look for it.
Fair enough, fair assessment.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alright. Ugh. Is this... Oh, so Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Okay. Weird interjection there, but fuck it. We'll take it. But here we go. Puzzle time. I wonder how many parts are in this puzzle. See, the thing is with the libraries, they're very intricate. Okay, so there's a wall behind us. There's a couple of... Oh, no, that's the door behind us. There's a bunch of books around the outer rim, and then this paper in front of us. So let's, check this out. There's a note on the table. Lights to the books. Huh? What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 to 3 minutes of light before the reader's on to the next page? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes, but that is gifted me with the ability to catch the truths the others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Alright, Snake. I feel like these light-colored books are important. Paleontology. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. So it doesn't seem like those are important. No, it's the same rack. Okay, so these books seem important. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around? Switch them around? What is that word? Okay, wait, I think it's... If we switch the O over... The P... No, the P stays. The E and the N switch over. I think it's open, and then... What's the next word? I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Okay, I think those switch. Okay, I mean, that wasn't that hard of a puzzle, but open here, find bulb. How about this? Looks like putting those books in the right order opened this thing right up. Huh, that was a piece of cake. Hooray! Thanks, Clover. You seem like you've done a complete 180 now that you have your brother alive, but I did it, I guess. So we got a light bulb. So the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. Are there well, we got one light bulb, so that's a good sign. No, we check there. What's over here? I tried clicking the yellow one, so it's a kid's book. It looks like a children's story about Native Americans. Don't you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? I mean, I do. I don't know where it came from. You ought to hold on to it. Okay. I mean, I guess let's check it out. This has something, this has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some, whoa. What the fuck? Alright. What's this all about? What's that? This one's... Oh, is this one of them pop-up books? LRK. I don't know where the hell they see the R. in this, unless you put like the two L's to. I have no idea. That doesn't mean anything. Well, you could make them KRL. Curl, like curl or Carl. Okay. I don't see where you make this a K, L, and R. Like, no, this makes sense as an R. I don't see it, but whatever. Maybe there's more books that we have to find then? There's definitely another one right here. And this one looks like it's just the picture books from earlier. It's got them pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? Do they have the same oh, they do have the same binding. This one's about baseball? There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball. What? Oh, so he like doesn't know that they're like in collaboration. You're supposed to find them all. Well, this one's head, but all right. Let's go down here. It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about Riemann? Isn't that pretty straightforward? Heavens no. There are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack. What? It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. What? Alright. Okay then. What's this all about? There's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look like music stands. Hey, Junpei, you think maybe you're supposed to put those pop-up books in the stands? Then could you open the... Oh, then you could open them up. Oh, yeah. If we do that, then they'll make a shadow on the bottom here. True, but there are 3 stands, right? We don't have enough picture books. In other words, we need 3 picture books. Okay. Well, we have 2, so there's 1 more somewhere here. There's also this lock thing. There's some astronomy books in here that are supposed to... They're probably supposed to go in there. So volume 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, and 5. Oh. Oh, wait. So the books on the shelves are 632, 415. So 632, 415. 6. Maybe that's the password to this thing. In the middle of the glass door cylinder. Okay, what kind of hell is this? It kind of looks like they just gave us the answer. I'm guessing we might as well give it a shot. 6, 3. Flip. Alright, 631. 5. I feel like I got it wrong. Is it 631, 5, 2, 4? 632, 4, 1, 5. Okay. 632. I feel like it should be straightforward, but it doesn't seem that way. Okay, no, it is just that straightforward. For some reason, it didn't click. I don't know, maybe I did it wrong. Anyway, I did it right. Yay! I don't know why, but I feel like particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright? Yeah, we gotta see what we can do. Oh, ooh! So we do need to find the light bulb. So we need 1 more, and we need another picture book. Also, that was just to get that. Okay, that's important, actually. Books in some languages, can't read them. We have a picture book right here. Okay. Let's check this one out. Even 7 were kids once? No shit, you little brat. Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. Alright, and it's Tales from Old Japan. It's got a magic wand on it, okay? And so what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? Sure, it's gonna have some pages inside. Smart. Whoa! Alright, so we got that. So we got all 3 books. We got letters galore. But we're missing... See, there's something important here. Lebernes? This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete works or something. I've never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Sheldrake? Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake, something we don't know? Owen? Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? And then Dadkind. What's Dadkind? That's the German Oh, wasn't that the German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Alright, well, I mean, the only other thing that has, like, relevancy to that is this, right? The books. Can we take them with us? No. Okay, so they're just pointing at the cylindrical rock. Yep, the 9 stands. How about putting these books on the stands? And then... So now we need the lights on them to get the, I guess, the final answer. This is a little weird. Yeah. There's 3 lights in this thing. They aren't very bright, though. Hey, didn't we find some kind of really powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't you put in one of those lights? Yeah, well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3. We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Okay, so we got the books in there for now. Iron pipe is bolted down. Just a wall. There's gotta be like another... It's a big opening to the door. It's impressive. It almost looks like a door to a shrine or a church or something. There's another door after it, and then a passageway beyond that. At the end of that passageway is a door that the Neptune symbol is engraved on. Hurry up, we need to find the key with the mark of Neptune. Okay, this sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Man, it's like 7 that I don't even exist. Alright. None of these seem to stand out. Oh, you do. Kizab, man, there's been some weird stuff here. I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Who is that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul al-Zared. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are the occult books and stuff? Alright. Any value up here? Overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it. Okay? See, there is something there. A whole lot of space behind these books. Oh, look, Junpei. It's there. Something hidden behind the books. Perfect. We got the last light bulb. Perfect. Alright, let's go downstairs. Because we gotta go down there. And now we can activate this thing. Okay, so light bulbs are in. Alright. Shed. What? It's awesome. It worked. Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. There's something projecting on the bottom. The letters, they seem familiar. Sheldrake 5. Oh, Sheldrake
5?
Oh, the 5th book.
I think I saw the rest of his collection somewhere.
Yeah, I know exactly where this is.
I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
I got it now.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
No. Do you know him?
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
Wait, did she?
There's a British
Oh.
biochemist named Sheldrake.
In relation
He has
to
a rather
this.
interesting theory, morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
So this is where it connects back.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things.
I forgot. They both should know how to use the field.
The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, but you never know. You can't control her, man. She does whatever she wants.
You did. Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
tell you what?
Don't give me
Well,
that.
we'll
About
tell-
the experiment.
Yeah, like, tell me what happened to you.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
After we open the Sheldrake book, that'd be perfect. Oh man, why? I just wanted to look at the book already.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well.
I don't know, to prevent you guys from being shot in the face the first second anything happened?
To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice.
Wait, Zero told you not to? Does that mean you met Zero?
He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
Oh, that's why. You just read the rules, per se, but it was really just you recalling it.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
Oh, did he?
No, only one.
Ah.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
No, because he remembers the nonary game from the first time he did it. Those are just to tell him to be quiet.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However...
Oh, really?
They were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say, there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago.
Okay.
Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
Oh, shit.
It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Does he not know she was a part of it?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
I mean, I got her to trust me, man. I wouldn't hold it against her.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's also true.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you.
Alright, good. Got both of them on my side.
I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high.
So you think so too?
I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Yeah, at least not this late into the game.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it.
Really?
He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
So maybe that's why he said I failed and this is like my redemption.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
What did she tell me about that was of value?
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment.
Yes, I do feel like we go to that facility in Nevada in the third one, but...
She told you all that, did she?
Yes, she did.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Well, I mean, the why would be because they wanted... I guess I understand the why. The why is more so because Zero wants to push us in the direction that allows us to prevent a natural disaster from happening, I think.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Which, if I remember, is Ace's pharmaceutical company.
There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido.
Wow, he remembers them all so easily.
Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning.
All right.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
I'm definitely sure Kubota was the one who got murdered in the beginning of the game.
Musashido was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
Alright, I can see that.
Huh, so it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale.
Yeah, well, you need the kids, and then you need other, I don't know, staffers to run it, right?
To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project.
Alright.
The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will.
That was it?
The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation?
Alright.
Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen?
Those are good questions.
The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye.
And what, it just gets access whenever required?
And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer.
Okay, kind of like telepathy.
That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
Okay.
But that's just a theory.
I mean, it might have been proven in the first test.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Well, Junpei in this current situation wouldn't believe it, even though he experienced it when he unlocked you, Snake.
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it.
Okay.
Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
Yes.
That's right.
And he wanted to prove it, so he made this entire experiment, put kids through it to test if it was possible.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
That's a very good question. I have no idea.
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem.
Okay.
The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up.
Really? I mean, does that apply to a real life scenario? Like, if, let's say, 1 million people knew the answer to, I don't know, 12 to the third power times 52. I mean, would I be able to solve that? Or would it mean like I could solve it with the correct steps required?
Let's have another example, shall we?
Sure, go ahead.
Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now.
Yes.
Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Okay, I mean, I'm following along. I definitely gotta agree that I am following along with what you're dropping down, Snake. It's just, it's kind of like a believe in it, and then you kind of start believing every action you do is a result of mass action being done. Like, everybody buys an iPhone, so obviously I'd feel more inclined to buy an iPhone the next day, despite not being told to buy one, or external factors influencing my decision.
Yeah.
But that only goes if I believe in that theory.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen?
He could mass control thought. or actions. Like, buy Cradle Pharmaceuticals, and then everybody starts buying their pharmaceuticals because the one dude who controls the morphogenetic field, which then transmits into the people around them, suggests that into their mind. Not even though it's like forcibly controlling them. It's almost slipping it into their initial or their native instincts.
If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well.
Okay, I can understand that.
Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Control the world?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then?
That would be interesting.
A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver.
I like the transmitter and the receiver. It makes more sense to me.
What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
It would be a lot more dominated by these people, I guess, if used in the incorrect manner.
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver.
So it's through this kind of idea, like this kind of theory that they can jump from a body in one dimension to a body in another circumstance. Kind of like how the decision game in the third one works, where when they die, they jump to a new, I guess, reality by transmitting their consciousness and what they know into the new body and then taking over said body. That's what it sounds like can happen.
And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish.
Exactly. But in some cases, if you want to advance that power, that thought, you could potentially jump from your body and switch with the other person, taking that to another step. So it goes beyond mind control or suggestion power to full-blown body swapping and changing your odds virtually.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
All right.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment.
Okay.
That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
I definitely remember this name.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right?
Yes. Oh, this is the one over the air, wasn't it? Was it the dog?
You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project.
Really? Oh, to see if they're transmitters. Oh, I get it.
The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered.
Obviously not.
They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total.
Wait, what? They brought siblings? They only stole siblings?
For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver.
That makes sense.
They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9.
So that way, when the transmitters sent anything, the receivers could be tested to see if they know what the other side's going through.
The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert.
Which means your sister is the one who's excelling in that.
The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger.
So what, he put them through torture or epiphanies to make them access it easier?
Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Yeah.
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany.
Okay, I can get behind this.
The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access.
I guess that explains why if you're in, I guess, bodily danger, you'll be able to jump easier than, or I guess you'll be able to jump easier than if you were just, you know, in the moment.
That's where Hongo came in.
So he was creating creating situations where they could be in danger all the time.
They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room.
So I could only imagine kids participating in the same game we're participating in now.
Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nonary game as the ship sunk.
Like,
By
actually
forcing the
sunk.
children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same.
Okay.
Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape.
Wow, that is a fucking dark way to do this.
But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely? It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule.
Oh, and they were able to transmit I get it now, because they practiced with an actual one, and they could tell the crew in real time what they should be doing.
All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical.
I do remember this.
Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely.
But they
It was
shared
the same
them.
with the Gigantic and Building Q.
Fair, but in that situation, they were reporting it to them directly, not telepathically.
The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found. And transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Okay, so I guess that explains why there's two, I guess, tests going on. But it doesn't explain why 7 was on the boat at the time.
Huh.
And how he plays a role in the nonary game at the time.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
As long as it'll take. Okay, 7? As long as it'll take.
Get down here already!
Alright, let's go.
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon.
Fair enough, fair
Hold
enough.
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
Alright, go Junpei, tell him.
Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
What?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it?
Why did they say 16?
Yes. I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment.
Who are the last 2?
After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
Fair point, but who are the other 2?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children.
Were they you and Clover?
However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing.
Maybe that's Santa then.
They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Maybe it's Santa and his sister, which is why he has very strong resentment towards Hongo and Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was Akane.
Connie?
That was the girl who died.
Wait. Whoa. Is there a reason why he feels a connection to I guess, Junpei's Akane?
Wait. Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago?
What?
Then, who is June? No. That's impossible.
Yeah, that doesn't... Wait, what?
It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything.
It might mean a lot more than you think, man.
It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
Fuck.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
I mean, I think I just snapped.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right?
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Alright, well... this is what we're looking for. We're looking for... number 5. Sheldrake, this is it. And what is this shadow picture pointing to? But it didn't say 5. Oh, but didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Oh, well, look at that. There's a big red button behind this book. I guess you should press it. Obviously. Oh. Okay. Oh, fuck, there's 2 doors. Oh, fuck. What was that sound? Not a good one. It sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. Yeah. Alright. What? There's a keyboard in front of the numbers. And there are 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's gotta be a hint of some sort. 13, 14... Oh, wait, what? Yeah, 13, 14, 10, 13. Those are all Roman numerals. Do you think we just need to put in the numbers from the wall onto the keyboard? No, you can't. The keyboard doesn't have any number keys. You can type in stuff like 3... Oh, you can't type in stuff like 3 or 4. Then that means... Well, I bet you gotta type something on that keyboard. Yes, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you can only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. And then you can erase what you typed with the clear. Okay, I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Well, my opinion is it's probably asking for this. No? I have no idea what it's asking me to write. God, I don't get it. Hey, calm down. Just think about it. The numbers we've got, alright? Okay? You mean 13, 14, 10, and 13. Yeah. They're all under 16, right? Yeah, they are. So how do you write 11 in hexadecimal? B. That'd be C. This is all hexadecimal? Okay. Thanks. That actually makes way more sense. So... if we go off of this logic, it's D, E, A, D, dead. I think, anyway. Yep. I don't remember fucking hexadecimal. It's like a weird... it's not even like something I'd pick up on normally. I really know, like, I mean, it should be something I look at because literally this entire game is littered with hexadecimal problems, but alright, well thanks guys for your hints. Finally got me through it. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. The password is dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what, jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We gotta unlock it, don't we? Let's go. Hurry up. Alright. Let's see what's in store for us here. This is a thick metal door, and there's a handle in the middle of it, though. Alright, it's time to get this over with. Damn it. Can't get it open. This thing won't even budge. What? Why not? We put in the password. What else do we do? Then that means it's the other door? Alright, let's try. Oh. Wow, really? It was a matter of guessing the door? Well, we got through. That's something.
Alright, this is the next.
What's in here?
Ugh, the door!
Fuck.
Did that just close on its own?
Yes, it did.
Don't tell me we can't go back.
Yeah, we're in another puzzle, guys.
I don't know. Let's see.
That's not a good sign.
Damn it.
Alright.
It looks like it locks automatically.
It seems like we have to go through this entire whatever it is to get to the other door, which is where we come back out of once we're done in here.
Is there any other way out?
Probably through into the next room.
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it.
Fuck, that means we need a card in this mess?
It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
Fuck. Okay.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yes, which means there is a card in here.
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Don't we have one?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute.
Yeah, we have one.
Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
Looks that way.
No way!
For real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer.
No, I really don't prefer that.
I rather doubt that, however. So it would be wise to start looking.
Sure.
We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it.
Fair enough.
All right then, let's begin.
And this is where I'll cut it for today, guys. I got through one puzzle, and before we start the next inevitable puzzle, I will leave you off with a cliffhanger of sorts. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really like that we're getting like the real discussion into the morphogenetic field now, and that we're kind of getting a lot more. I guess it's cool. We got like the ending's just a bunch of puzzles that we have to figure out, and I'm sure this puzzle will take a bit too. Hopefully not as long as the library one. Though most of it was dialogue that ended up taking a while, and me screwing up on a password, which I don't remember hexadecimals, so forgive me for doing awful on that. But overall, I like it. This is amping up right in the end, so I wonder where this will take me. But overall, hope to see you guys in the next episode of this, and whatever I make next. And as always, it's Tofuru, signing out.